Boston Red Sox have lost 11-2 to the St. Louis Cardinals. Not a good game for the Red Sox. The Cardinals tie the series, and both teams will have a chance to win the series in the final game of the series in the third game of the series. Not a good game for the Red Sox, obviously, as it's 11-2 just isn't going to work for you. And there are some struggles for the team. We'll cover all of that more and more right here on Red Sox Recap on Bleacher Brawls. My name is Derek, and let's get into it. When you lose by 9 runs, it's not a good night for you. Let's just be honest. Now, it happens to teams at some point, and at some point in the year, you're obviously going to, lose by, you're going to have games where you lose by a lot. It's going to happen. Let's be honest. And the Cardinals got the better of the Red Sox tonight. You got to put it like that. However, that doesn't mean the Red Sox get a free pass for losing. They don't. You gave up 6 runs in the 6th inning, which was the game killer. That was the game killer. Cutter Crawford, 4 innings, 4 runs. Not great. You did get hit from 2 homers. You did give up 2 homers, which was 3 of the runs he gave up. But that's not like a bad start. If you told me Cutter Crawford was going to go 4 innings and only give up 4 runs, I'd be, you know what? It's not great. It's not good, but it's not that bad. That's just 4 runs. I mean, the Red Sox I definitely could think the Red Sox score 5 or 6, and so it wasn't like some horrifically bad start where it was like, yeah, we have no chance of winning. No, the Red Sox had a shot at winning. And then it just blew up in that 6th inning. Bleacher pitched a good 5th inning. Then Robles comes in, gets 1 out, gives up 4 runs. Salmora comes in, gets 2 outs. He gave up 2 runs, only one of them earned, but still gave up 2 runs. That's 6 runs in the 6th inning. And that was the game killer. Like I said, that was the game killer that put away any chance of the Red Sox coming back and winning. And then in the last 3 innings, they threw out Austin Davis, had him throw 56 pitches because they didn't want to waste anyone important. And yeah, he gave up a run, but like, why? I don't want Austin Davis going 3 innings, but you kind of have to because you don't want to waste anyone of value in that bullpen. So it's just kind of, yeah, not what you want. And also too, like, if Cutter Crawford gives up 4 runs, so then the bullpen only gives up 1 run, and the Red Sox only give up 5 runs. Even if they lose, you go, you know what? You give up 5 runs. Like, is that great? No, but it's still a winnable game. As I said it last time, Rich Hill in Oakland, when I think we went 5 innings or just under 5 innings, and they gave up 4 runs. I know only 3 of them were earned, but they gave up 4 runs. It's like that's a start where you still have a chance to win. He's still giving you a chance to win. This team could easily score 5 when you look at their lineup. This Red Sox team. You got Cutter Crawford. He only gives up 4. He gives up 4 runs of 4 innings. If you say the bullpen gives up 1 run in the last 5, you say, you know what, the Red Sox could score 5, send it to extras, could even score 6 and win. That's not impossible, especially at that point. When it came out, they already had 2 runs. So you're looking at it like it's not that crazy. They're only down by 2. They're still in the game. But yeah, that 6th inning just blew it up, just blew it open. And yeah, I know Robles is going to get a lot of the heat for this, and even Salmora, but also too, like games like this happen. Obviously, you don't want to see it. Robles hasn't been the same Robles we saw last year. Obviously, I say about Hansel Robles, when he's on, he's amazing, but when he's not on, it can be rough. And he's one of those guys who's streaky. He's definitely streaky. Don't get me wrong. I like Hansel Robles, but he's streaky as could be, and that's hard to deal with at times. And when we saw it last year, the end of the season, the playoffs, he was dominant out of the bullpen. But this year it just hasn't been there. And who knows? Maybe he'll get a midseason turnaround again this year, like he had last year when he was traded to the Red Sox. Who knows? But I would hope he can do that, because the Red Sox could really use something like that in the back end of the bullpen if he can get hot. And if he doesn't, then you're gonna have to deal with the shakiness of Hunter Robles when he's not on. And then also Salmora, yeah, I give it 2 runs. Let's be honest, game's kind of once Robles gave up the 4 runs and it made it 8-2. At that point, the game was kind of already getting really out of reach. Those extra 2 runs didn't really make the game even more out of reach. I mean, it did, but it's not like the Red Sox scored 9 runs and it would have been 10-9. It was still 8-2, 10-2, 11-2 by the end of it. Like, doesn't matter. You still lost. So there's no consolation prizes for not giving up as many runs. Like, they're just distant. So not good. Not a good game for the Red Sox bullpen. Cutter Crawford, was it a good game? No, but I wouldn't say it was a bad game. He still kept the Red Sox in the game, even though, like, you look at the stats, 4 innings, 4 runs, not great, no, but he gave up a 2-run homer to Nolan Arenado. I mean, and Goldschmidt had got on base, so the 2 best hitters of the Cardinals lineup doing damage. And then he gave up the homer to Nolan Gorman in the 4th. That's 3 of the runs. That's 3, 4, 5 in the lineup. That's what you expect 3, 4, 5 in the lineup to do. Bring in runs, whether it's driving other guys or driving themselves from hitting homers. That's what they do. That's what they're paid to do, especially Goldschmidt and Arenado. So not it's not a bad start. Definitely wasn't good, but it was okay. Kept you in the game. You could have lived with it, especially if the Red Sox would have won. It just so happens that they got their butts kicked, because of that 6th inning, and the Cardinals scoring more than half their runs in that 1 inning, which Cutter Crawford wasn't even on the mound for. Now the Red Sox lineup didn't do a whole bunch of stuff, to put it like that. Dakota Hudson, 5 innings for the Cardinals, 4 hits, only giving up 2 runs. He did walk 5 guys, but he worked around pretty much everything. And like I said, he only gave up 2 runs. And Hudson's he's been pretty good for the Cardinals. He got a 3.31 ERA this year. He's been pretty good for the Cardinals. Yeah, but then after that, the Red Sox just couldn't get anything on the board for the last 4 innings. They only had, I don't know, I think they only have like 1 base runner in the last 4 innings, something like that. I don't know if that's exactly what it was, but I think that's what it was. So, yeah, not amazing. Not amazing at all. Duran, Devers, Martinez, your 1, 2, 3 went 0 for 12. That just doesn't work. Bogarts and Story went 2 for 4 and 1 for 4 respectively. But then Franchy Cordero went 0 for 2. Ref Snyder did pinch hit for him and get a hit. Dahlbeck went 1 for 3. He did a walk. So Dahlbeck had a decent game, got on base twice in 4 plate appearances. But Jack. So if you go in the lineup, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, because that's the way you go 8, 9 in the lineup, then 1, 2, 3. So pitchers for the Cardinals, once they reached the bottom of the Red Sox order, pretty much had 5 outs tonight. Boom, 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 boom. Because the exception of Bradley walking once and Pilecki walking twice, they did 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, didn't get any hits for the Red Sox. And there's nothing wrong with drawing walks. However, what are you doing with what's drawing walks going to do if you can't, bring in runs? I know one of Pilecki's walks brought in a run. I know that. So, I mean, yeah, you got an RBI off a walk. Cool. But, the Red Sox, then it just went to the top of the order and you still had the bases loaded and you didn't do anything with it. So, I think that's kind of the thing. It's the top of the orders didn't, especially the top of the order, they didn't produce like they needed to for the Red Sox to win tonight. Let's be honest. They just didn't. Martinez finally has another game where he doesn't have a hit. Yeah, Red Sox had to draw 5 walks, but also you got to look at the 2 of the. Actually, let's do this. All the walks came from their bottom 4 hitters in the lineup. 1 through 5 did not draw a single walk tonight. So, and all the damage pretty much came from the bottom of the lineup. I know Story got on and he scored on the Dahlbeck single, but The other one, was Plawek. Wait, hold on. Did Story score on the Dahlbeck single, or is that Bogarts? The Story scored on the Plawecki walk, and Bogart scored on the Dahlbeck single. But basically, the fact is they got on base, yeah. But the run production, the run producing came from the bottom half of the order with Dahlbeck with the RBI single, and then Plawecki walking to bring in a run. Came from the bottom of the order, not the top of the order, not the middle of the order, where you would expect it to come from and where you need it to come from, especially when you need to score a lot of runs. So it just really wasn't there for the Red Sox. Cardinal side of things, obviously. Yeah, big game. The big games really were Goldschmidt 2 for 5. Arenado went 2 for 4, and he also drew a walk. Tyler O'Neill went 3 for 4, and he also drew a walk. Harrison Bader went 3 for 5. Yeah, I think mostly everyone in their lineup that started had a hit. I know Donovan didn't have a hit. And I think that's it. I think he's the only starter that didn't have a hit. So yeah, the Cardinals offense showed up today. They showed up, they came ready to play, and they did what they had to do. It's nothing else. They did what they had to do. The Red Sox offense couldn't do what they needed to do, and it showed. They only scored 2. The Cardinals came up, scored 11. Even if you take out that 6th inning where the Red Sox gave up 6 runs, it's still 5-2. Which, if someone would have said the Cardinals would score 5 runs, like I said this whole time, the Cardinals score 5 runs. The Red Sox could score 6. They have the talent to. Would have happened tonight? Not necessarily, but you can live with 5 runs against a Cardinals offense that's playing well. Especially when you can score 5 or 6. It's just the Red Sox offense didn't show up tonight. Cardinals did. Red Sox faced better pitching than what the Cardinals faced tonight. They lost. What can you do? You got to come back and try to win the series tomorrow. And the pitching matchup for tomorrow will be Nick Pivetta versus someone. Versus I'm not good with names. Andre Palante. I'm terrible with names. Just Palante, I think. I don't know. If I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I'm sorry, Cardinals fans, but that's what you're gonna get. I don't know how to pronounce any names at all when I first see them. So Pivetta versus Palante. Palante looks like he's been good this year. He's in a 104 ERA in 37 innings. Now, he hasn't started a lot, it seems. He's only started, I think, twice this year. So we'll see how that turns out. Obviously, Pivetta started slow for the Red Sox, but he's been stellar lately for the Red Sox. So hopefully he can continue that and get the Red Sox a series win heading into their Detroit series. And hopefully the Red Sox can show up with the bat because they're going to need to. Because if you don't score, you can't win. You got to score runs. And more than 2, most likely, with this how the Red Sox team works this year. You're going to need to score 3 or 4, most likely, if not more. So their bats need to show up tomorrow, especially that top of the lineup. But that's going to wrap this one up. Thanks for tuning in to this Red Sox recap. Make sure to check everything in the description. The link, all the links, the website, the podcast, the Instagram, the Twitter, plus all the crew's Twitters are also down there. Make sure to check out, make sure to like and subscribe while you're down there as well. Make sure to keep your eyes open for Twitter spaces. If we do a Twitter space during Red Sox games, keep your eyes open for that. And then also make sure to, look at all the stuff we put up on our website. Check out all the other podcasts, check out all our other videos, all our other Red Sox recaps, prospect pipelines, and all the other videos we've done. My name is Derek. This is Red Sox Recap on Bleacher Brawls, and I'll see you next time.